Hey folks, Shawn Plummer over at the Annuity Expert. In today's video, I'm going to be answering a question that infuriates me. Should I pay an advisor to manage a MYGA? Okay, so it's a hard no. Like, I don't know of any circumstance where that is appropriate. Okay, so let me give you a little context. In the last couple of years, insurance companies have come out with fee-based MYGAs. And for those of you that don't know what a MYGA is, MYGA stands for Multi-Year Guaranteed Annuity. It's basically like a CD at a bank, but it's the annuity version. You pick out a fixed term, you're going to get a fixed interest rate for that fixed term. And then at the end of that term, you cash it in, or you transfer it to another MYGA, or you renew it with the same company, right? But because it is so vanilla and so guaranteed, that there is zero reason for anybody to manage it. So you should never have to pay a fee to manage a MYGA. And I would tell you the only scenario that I could think of why an advisor would charge you a fee is because the commissions to the MYGAs are awful. Okay, so like awful compared to everything else, they're awful, right? So it's like sometimes it's 50 basis points, so 0.5% all the way up to 2% is the commission. Compared to other annuities where the financial advisor will make 5, 6, 7% commission, they're making like 0.5% all the way up to 2%, depending on the age and the term of the contract. And so if they don't choose the commission route, which by the way doesn't come out of you, the consumer's pocket, the insurance company pays the financial professional, right? Doesn't affect for those of you that don't know, commissions don't affect your annuity contract positively or negatively. It's designed in the contract in the early stages of the annuity contract when the actuaries design it and price it out, right? So commission, there's just anyway, that's another video about the stigma of commissions. Anyway, so let's just say you buy a 5-year MYGA, okay? This is what you have to protect yourself from nefarious sales tactics. So if I sell you a 5-year MYGA, I might make 1 to 2%, okay? If an advisor charges you a fee with a fee-based MYGA, they're going to charge you at least 1% a year in year 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's a 5% commission for a MYGA and that comes out of your pocket, regardless of how the market performs, for a product that gives you a guaranteed interest rate. So another way to look at it is, okay, if I have a 5-year MYGA and I'm getting 5.5%, but the guy's charging me 1%, you're really getting 4.5%, right? Not counting any kind of sort of compounding because you're paying a 1% fee. So to answer your question, it's a hard no. In fact, I am shocked that insurance companies offer fee-based MYGAs. There's no advantage. You're not going to get a higher interest rate in most cases for a fee-based MYGA. You should be, and when you're dealing with a fee-based financial advisor, and this is to help you, the consumer, is a lot of times they'll look at your whole portfolio and they may charge you a management fee for the whole portfolio. If you were a savvy consumer, you would put it in your contract that any sort of annuities should not be included in the total portfolio. So for example, if you had a $1 million nest egg and 250 of that was in an annuity, right? Well, you should be subtracting the annuity from the portfolio. So 750,000 that might be managed in the market, right? You should pay a management fee. That's where you get a financial advisor. But the 250 in annuities, you shouldn't be paying any sort of fee for, because most annuities are self-managed, right? They distribute you the income automatically, or automated, right? You fill out a form and then you just start depositing checks in your bank account. Or if you have a MYGA, you're earning a fixed interest rate. There is nothing the financial advisor is doing to manage your contract. Nothing. Literally nothing. There's not even, if you have a MYGA specifically, there's not even an annual review of the MYGA because you're earning the same interest rate for the entirety of the contract until the end of the term, right? right? So if you ever wanted to have this sort of red flag of like, hey, is this financial advisor legit or not? Here's your red flag. Here's your like, oh, this guy, he's a stinker, right? So to answer your question, no, you should not pay an advisor to manage a MYGA ever. Should you pay an advisor to manage a fixed index annuity? Nope, because you're not in the market. They spend less than 1 hour a year on your contract. You know, if they're charging you 1% management fee on the dollar amount that they're managing, you know, that's a lot of money. Why? Anyways, I digress. No, you shouldn't. It should be a red flag if they're charging you a management fee for an annuity. If you got any questions about that, contact us over at the Annuity Expert. We'll go over your scenario and tell you what to do and give you advice. No cost, no obligation. And then we'll catch you on the next video. See ya.